Hi there. Take a deep breath as I begin this. My name's Sandhan, and I'm recording this in beautiful Byron Bay, Australia. And this is for you, Kim. I am actually a Brit, so I feel like I'm qualified to comment on your attempts at doing a British accent. Those of you in the States probably would have no idea that I'm a Brit and not an Aussie, but I moved to Australia about 10 years ago, and I live in like one of the most beautiful places on the planet. And so before I begin, I'm just going to show you a little bit of the view outside my window. We've got terrible rain these days, as you probably know, but this is my subtropical garden. And this is me in the front room of my house. And as you see, there's lots of Chinesey stuff, there's lots of Buddhas, and this is the view going the other way. This is very much about what's important to me. I don't know where that picture's gone. There it is. So, the first thing I want to do is to read you something because I think this is really very much about who we are as the women on Facebook. And I don't want to be presumptuous, but I just want to see if this kind of means something to you. It says, "We are leaders who engage the force for good. We're unreasonable in our expectations and demands of ourselves and are constantly training ourselves to be in that magical state where the force is flowing through us. And as a result, we awaken all those around us." That's something from Tony Robbins, of whom I'm a huge fan. I've done all sorts of work on myself over the years, and I'll talk a bit about that maybe if I don't ramble on too much. But that's something that for me really encapsulates my life. I once had a conversation with my mother years ago, and I left home very young and went on a spiritual search. And at some point, many years later, I had a conversation with my mother where we were discussing a question that she had been asked. And that question was, who am I and what am I here for? And the question was, how much time in your life have you spent asking yourself that question? And she looked at me and she said, well, never. And then I fell off my chair, literally. I slid to the ground in mock shock horror because my whole life has been devoted to that question. And not only finding the answer to it in a deep inner way, but now being on and offline, just devoting my life to helping other people make sense of the mystery of life. And so I've got my little questions here, like everybody. Tell me how you see yourself and how you want others to perceive you online. That's who I am. That's what many years ago I already knew that I was going to do something online, even before I think I even had a computer. I had no idea how to do this stuff, but I somehow knew that what was coming was the possibility, like we're all seeing on Facebook, is like, how do I get my message across? And I'm not sure what the message is. I think the message, somebody said, what's your brand? I'm like, I am my brand. My brand is me. And crossing over to that thing about, how do you want to be painted? I'm a woman. I'm crazy. I've got so many different parts of my personality that I don't even think I know who they all are. But probably the one I feel like I've really grown into now is the goddess Kuan Yin. I feel that in my soul, when I'm in my flow and I'm not in my judgments and I'm just allowing people to be who they are and things to be as they are, Kuan Yin would be my greatest source of inspiration, because she's also a bit of a rebel. And one of the things that I don't necessarily show everybody is this very large tattoo, and I'm not sure how well that's going to come up. There's a big goldfish on the back. So difference between on and offline is sometimes offline. If I do any kind of appearances in public, I tend to wear something that's just going to cover my tattoo because the world still has huge judgments about that. And the reason that I did my tattoo was because I'd thought about it for years, and there's a strong kind of biker boy in me. And one day I thought, it's time to poop or get off the pot. Either I do it or I just forget about it forever. But my inner woman said, if you're going to do it, it has to be pretty. So I have a beautiful Japanese tattoo and have a great affinity with the world of Zen. So that's my personality on and offline. I think I bring myself very much online, who I am. I can't split between on and offline. For me, it's all one. Only maybe offline I'm a bit more brutal. I'm probably a bit more in your face, but that's because it's more to do with the spoken word than the written word. So, but I'm renowned for calling a spade a shovel, and I hope I do it with love, but it's always in service. Can do I believe that real friendships can ignite from meeting online? My God, hell yeah! I had such a ball on the women of Facebook yesterday. I feel like I've got like an intravenous, you can't see that, but I've got like an intravenous plug to the women on Facebook. I'm scared to go on there because I know it's going to take me all day. I have some amazing friends who I met through the Empowered Tribe, people who, honestly, in my darkest moments have been there and supported me. Now I've got like tears in my eyes because they're not all women, but they've been just some amazing people. And Val Wilcox is one of them. And we created from that a Think and Grow Rich mastermind group, and we've met pretty much every week for the last 3 or 4 months. We've been reading other books together, and that has just been the most incredible thing. It's the highlight of my week in middle of Wednesday. So real friends, you betcha. When I put my post up about graduating from my law of attraction coaching course last week, I had more comments on that than I did for my birthday last year. I cannot tell you what those friendships mean to me. And sure, I have friends around here. I have the most amazing people in my life, and because I've been a traveller and I've lived all over the world and I've been a vagabond, I have friends scattered everywhere. And online, offline, for me, there's no difference. So again, how do I want to be painted? Well, I'd like to be. I don't know. I figure, just look at me and decide how I should be painted. A caricature. I don't care. It's like I don't know who I am. I'm so many things, and that's all just aspects of my personality. My bid. I think one of the things I really wanted to say is that I'm here for enlightenment, and that didn't used to be something that was very popular and something that one would stand up and say, but I've been with masters and teachers, and I currently work with a group in India, and their thing is to set man free, and I'm here to set myself and man free. And I'm like, part of this whole Facebook thing is the excitement, really, of where are we going with all this, and the change that is happening. You can feel it. I can feel it. It's like it's in there, and we're all part of that. And I don't know what we're going to do, but it is absolutely amazing. And I had something that I wanted to read to you, and I just wanted to do this in one take. So the thing that I wanted to read to you, well, I'm just going to have to put another video up and do that. But it was something that I found I've been doing a lot of inner work on myself over the last few weeks, and it was so profound. I printed it out yesterday, and I was going to do it, and I don't have that piece of paper here now. And what the hell? I'm just going to hit the off button. And that's me, Sandhan from Australia, from Byron Bay. And I salute you all. Thank you.